Liverpool Football Club right now, I'm probably going to get pelters if I say this. They're inevitable that they're going to win every single game, it looks like right now. And it reminds me of Alex Ferguson's Manchester United. Is Arne Slot building an era of dominance at Liverpool Football Club like we saw at Man City's Guardiola? Man City's Guardiola? Guardiola's Man City. Like we saw with Alex Ferguson at United. 7 games, 7 wins. Honestly, I told every single person Ekitike would get a minimum of 20 GA this season, and people laughed at me. Henry, you're talking absolute crap. The amount of comments I had left, right, and center that Ekitike is not that good was so far, it doesn't even look like they need Alexander Isak. The guy's played 8 games and got 6 GA. But you lot don't think he's going to get 20 when he's already got 6. Alexander Isak is off the mark today. And this is a Liverpool team that hasn't even got Florian Wirtz up to speed yet. And trust me, when Alexander Isak can play a full 90 and builds up his match fitness, they are going to be unbelievable. Now, there is 2 big concerns from Liverpool tonight. And one of those is an injury and one of those is a suspension. But before we get into all of it, there will be a Chelsea match reaction straight after this. So make sure you check that out because, boy, we have got to speak about them. Because right now, 4 games without a good performance, with tough games coming up. Brighton, who just won 6-0 tonight in the Cup. Yeah, I might have been wrong about Chelsea. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video if you haven't already, and let me know your thoughts down below. The road to 100,000 subscribers is well and truly on. Liverpool fans, show some love down below. Let me know your thoughts. And I'll be honest, guys, it was a harder game than I thought. Southampton showed some character, showed some resilience, fought back into the game. They got a goal. There was a red card. It all happened tonight. But there was a bunch of young talent on display today. Rio Ngumoha, or Ngumoha, I should say. Leone was playing. Off the bench, we saw Dans, who looked very, very good. Connor Bradley. Look at the amount of academy players. Jaden Dans, Connor Bradley, right? Leone's a young player. Leone, Rio. You know, the amount of academy talent they've got is a joke. And Arne Slot is going to rely on a lot of these young talent, these young players in a lot of these cup games. Georgie Mamadovashvili in goal, a back 4 of Frimpong, Leone, Gomez, and Robertson. So they were able to rest Virgil van Dijk, Konate, Alisson. Kirkes was on the bench. No Soberslai, no Gravenberch, no McAllister, no Mohamed Salah, no Cody Gakpo, no Salah. Rested a bunch of talent tonight. On the bench, they brought on Kirkes, Bradley, Ekitike, who got the winner, but then was sent off. Jaden Dans. And the rest, look at the rest of the players, all academy. Southampton went with a back 5. Flynn Downs, who went to the local school in my area. Armstrong, Cameron Archer. McCarthy, who's got to be close to 40 now, isn't he? And Alexander Isak got off the mark for Liverpool in a 2-1 win. But Alexander Isak, even at his best, is going to have to be some player because as of it stands right now, Ekitike, 5 goals, 1 assist so far this season, 6 GA. But he will miss Crystal Palace away. You know, they get a goal just before half-time. Federico Chiesa plays it into Alexander Isak. Chiesa was very good today. Got 2 assists. Scored just before the half-time mark. Make it, the best time to score. Decent finish from Alexander Isak. Hugo Ekitike comes on at half-time, which kind of, you can tell right now that Alexander Isak doesn't have 90 minutes in his legs. Southampton bounce back. They bring on, a number of subs at half-time. Around the hour mark, typical Arne Slot fashion. Connor Bradley comes on for Curtis Jones. Then later, Jaden Dans comes on for Rio. Rio looked very good tonight. He's some hell of a player. But before we get into Ekitike's goal and the Southampton goal, I want to talk about how this could affect Liverpool is Leone's centre-back injury because they only really have 4 fit centre-backs, right? They've only got Leone, Joe Gomez, Virgil van Dijk, and Konate. Now, in pre-season, I want to cast everyone's mind back to when they played pre-season games against Stoke. They went to a back 3, right? And they went to a back 3 where Robertson played in the back 3, right? And as you can see, Dominic Szoboszlai was used there as a wing-back, right? That was against Stoke where they won 5-0 in a Darwin Núñez hat-trick. Then if you also look at the back 4 against AC Milan, Stevenson and Gravenberch were deployed in the back line. Then if you look at the back line against, I think it might have been Bilbao, not the first game against Bilbao, it might have been Yokohama. It was Yokohama. No, it wasn't Yokohama. It was it Preston? Yeah. Stevenson again was deployed as a defender in the centre-back role. Right? You're probably thinking, Henry, what are you talking about? Then when they played Athletic Club, they went with Trey Nioni at centre-back, and Robertson again played as a centre-back. And Stevenson again was in defence. I think if this is a serious injury, which it looked like it was because he was struggling on the sidelines, he's only 18 years of age. It looked like they didn't want to rush him at all. They were happy to just wait for further medical assistance. This essentially only means for the next month or so, because that looked like a big injury, it could be longer. Liverpool only have 3 fit centre-backs. Gomez, Van Dijk, Konate. Robertson, in my opinion, will be deployed as a centre-back, or Connor Bradley will. And they will use Frimpong or Szoboszlai as a right-back. And if it's Robertson, they will just use Kirkes and maybe someone else. That it could be a massive injury blow, especially when you look at some of the games they've got coming up. Now, Ekitike, I'm going to say this now, is the real deal. And I want some apologies from all you lot. No, it's not because he scored against a championship side, Southampton. The guy is a joke. He's an absolute joke. I told all of you last season he would tear it up. And he has. Liverpool won 7 games in a row. Now, the goal they concede is a massive howler from Endo. The corner goes in. He tries to win the header. Him and Dan's are going to the same ball. He ducks. He hits his back. Then he gets laid off through to, I think it was Shea Charles. Shea Charles then scores, makes it 1-1. And that was on about the 75th minute. As soon as they scored, I went, yep, no worries. Liverpool get another one. There is a mentality within this Liverpool team right now that they believe they can win every single football match. There is no other team in the Premier League right now that has that belief, has that mentality to play to the end and know they have the tools to do the job. And they all believe in their manager. All the players, fans, manager, club are all singing from the same hymn sheet. And they have won 7 out of 7. That is insane. That is an unbelievable start to the Premier League, Champions League, and League Cup season. You could not have wished for a better start to a season if you're a Liverpool fan. Every single player is doing their part. Big goals tonight from Ekitike and Alexander Isak to win. Federico Chiesa with 2 assists. You look at Virgil van Dijk's winner against Atletico Madrid midweek last week. You look at the winner at the weekend, against Everton in a 2-1 win. Like they look very, very, very good. Ekitike obviously scored the winner against Everton. Gravenberch pulling the strings of a goal and assist. On every single metric right now, Liverpool are firing on all cylinders. Then Ekitike, ball goes in from Chiesa. He taps it into an empty net. No idea why he takes his shirt off, because now he misses the Crystal Palace game. And that could be massive, because Alexander Isak, I believe personally, will not be playing 90 minutes in that game. However, do not panic because you still have Chiesa. Florian Wirtz could play out on the left. You could put Gakpo up front. You could still play a front line of Gakpo on the left, Salah on the right, and Chiesa. Or you go Wirtz on the left, Salah on the right, and Cody Gakpo up front. They have got more than enough players to go and beat Southampton. But I said this earlier, that is their toughest test of their next 6. Trust me. Palace away right now is a harder game than Chelsea away. It's a harder game than Frankfurt. It's a harder game than Galatasaray, Man United, or Brentford. Palace has 16 games unbeaten. Only conceded 2 or 3 goals this season. Are firing right now at Selhurst Park. They've got big physical players like Jean-Philippe Mateta. They've got powerful runners like Mitchell and Muniz. Gayhe's a good player who Liverpool tried to sign. And then you look at their next 10. The fact that Leone could be injured, that 3 centre-back will be rotated in these next 10 games. Chelsea away, I think they win. Man United, I think they comfortably win. Galatasaray away, I think they win. I'll be honest, it's crazy what I'm about to say, but they win 8 or 9 of these next 10 games. Madrid will be tough. City away will be tough. But other than that, I'm looking around. Palace, Madrid, and City are their 3 toughest games in their next 10. Trust me on that. Frankfurt will be tough. They battered Galatasaray in their first game, but they've got more than enough in the tank to go out and beat them. And right now, 7 wins in a row. That is absolutely extraordinary. Let me bring it up on FootMob as well, just so it reads better. They right now are the team to beat. Making 8 or so changes and still going out there and beating Southampton. Yes, you picked up an injury. Yes, Ekitike suspended. But look at these games. They're not easy, but it's Liverpool Football Club. And look at Crystal Palace on the right-hand side. Conceded 0.4 goals per game. That's very, 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 very impressive. Very impressive. Palace, Galatasaray, Chelsea, Man United, and Frankfurt in their next 5. But I believe they've got more than enough to go out and win all of those games. They are unstoppable right now. Ekitike is a joke. Liverpool progress through to the next round of the League Cup. There's more League Cup on tomorrow. Tottenham are in action against Doncaster. Newcastle have got Bradford, as well as Arsenal play Port Vale. We will be there for all 3 of those games. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. I'm out.